2003 Honda Accord 2.4 liter. Changing the starter. It's located right inside there. Not sure if you guys can see it, but it's directly behind this mantle. See it right there. Sitting right back there. The first thing we want to do, take off our negative terminal. Just a number 10. Place it to the side. Then we have these two. They're also number 10s. Take this cover out of your way. Alright, so remove our two number 10s. And just take the cover, pull it up, take it out of your way. Alright, next I'm going to go ahead and pull this overflow bottle out the way. Number 10. And remove this hose from the top. Alright, so I thought I would get more room by moving this bottle, but that number 10 there just continuously spinning on me. Won't loosen, so we're going to go around it. Alright, next thing I did was use a needle nose, squeeze this clamp here, coming from your power steering, and I just pulled this hose off. Tucked it over there. Now you have some number 12s. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then there's one right under there. 5. So you need to take those out of the intake manifold or the plenum to get some space to that starter. 2 nuts, 3 bolts. Number 12 millimeter. Alright, so once you get those bolts out, just take your manifold, pull it off. Starter's right down there. So you wanna we're going to get the harness out right there. Squeeze these two prongs together, pull it down, unplug it from here. Pull your cap off of here. This is your main battery terminal. And also your knock sensor right there. You're gonna unplug it. You just squeeze it. Alright, knock sensor right there. You're gonna unplug it, squeeze the clip, and pull it, unplug it. Alright, so unplug your harness. Clips in right there into your starter. I unplugged your knock sensor. Just push that clip like that, pull back, plugs in right here. Uncover your terminal. This nut here is a number 12 millimeter. I'm going to take that off now. And we've also pulled the harness out of here. So let's take off that number 12. Now, I just used a short ratchet, stubby number 12. Alright, so once you get your wires disconnected, I can't really get a good angle on that bolt. There's a long bolt. It's a number 14. My ratchet's sitting on it. You can reach your hand back there and feel it. Just want to break that loose. I'll show you the bolt when I take it out. I can't really get a good angle on showing you guys how the bolt looks, but it's directly right there. Alright, so the second bolt you're going to need to break loose. Right there. It's a 17. What I did was 2 3/8 drive extensions, stubby socket. I got it loose with this. So I'm going to take out your 14 and your 17 now. Alright, so there's your upper bolt. Told you it was fairly long. 14 millimeter. Now we're going to take out the 17. Alright, and there's your number 17. Now when you come back in the engine, starter's nice and loose. take it up out of the engine bay. Pull it out. Should come straight up and out of there. Alright. Just kind of turn it this way. Get it out of your harness. There's your starter. Alright, now you want to compare your new starter, CarQuest, to your old starter. Looks like your new starter did not come with that bracket there. So we're going to need this to take this off of the old one. So the nut here is just an 8mm. Alright, so we just reinstall the bracket in the same position we took it off the old one. I'll remove this nut here, and then we're gonna install our starter in the engine bay. Alright, so your starter is gonna go in just like that. Solenoid and connections at the top. And you're just gonna push it into your bell housing and get it seated. Line up your holes. Alright, starter's in. Starting to reinstall my number 17 down there. Right down there. Tightening it by hand first. Alright, so I got the 17 in down there. Starter's still a little loose. Now we're gonna put back in our 14. 14 goes right behind that pole on the inside there. Alright, so your 17's in, and also your 14. You can see it from here, I'm not sure. The 14's in the back there. They're both in and tight. Now you want to reconnect your harness. Route them back. Plug back in your knock sensor. Hook back up your battery cable. And make sure that connection there clips properly onto there on the starter. So let's do that now. Alright, so all electrical connections have been reinstalled. Knock sensor, your number 13, your battery on, tight, cap is back on. We also made sure our connection was properly installed on the starter. And we clipped the harness back into the bracket that we installed on our new starter. You just want to double check everything in here, because if you don't connect anything right, you're going to have to do this whole procedure again. The next step is to put back up our intake manifold. Alright, so Honda says once you take this manifold loose, you're going to want to change this gasket. So we're going to take that off. See the grooves look like they're outside. Grooves on the gasket. So we're going to install a new one, same thing. Grooves in the outward position. Let's do that now. Alright, so we install our new gasket. Now we're just going to take our manifold, reinstall it on our studs. Alright, so next we're going to reinstall your number 12s, 2 nuts, and your 3 bolts. Or actually it's 3 nuts, 3 bolts. Number 12. Sorry, I was right the first time. It's 3 bolts and 2 nuts. That last nut was off the back of the alternator, but we got a new one, so 2 nuts, 3 bolts. I like to tighten these in a crisscross pattern. One here, do one here, do one there, do one here, one here. And just repeat the process until they're all the way down and tight. Alright, all of them are in and tight. You just want to take your line here, reconnect it, reinstall your clamp. Once that's done, you just reconnect your battery terminal, Tighten on your number 10 and test your starter. Well, you also want to reinstall your cover here. Put back in these number 10.